Tahquamenon Falls, you know about it, I know about it, we all know about it. Ah, but have you been there yet?
Just west of the little town of Paradise in the eastern UP is one of the most beautiful places in Michigan. And yep, I've never been there. So to finally get up close and personal with Tahquamenon Falls, I met up with Park Ranger Teresa Neal, who started off by showing me Tahquamenon's incredibly awesome lower falls.
This is an absolutely exceptional experience. I had no idea you could rent rowboats and row up to the falls.
Oh yeah, you get a workout. It's a super interactive location, the lower falls.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Lots of cool things to do.
A lot of people don't know, because I always thought it was just the upper falls, but there's the upper and lower falls. Explain the difference.
Correct. So the upper falls is about 4 miles upstream from here. It's a big waterfall, so about 50 feet tall, 200 feet wide, lots of water, but the lower falls is way prettier. So as you can see, we have lots of great fall color this time of year. It's a series of 6 cascading waterfalls that go around an island. So you have a better chance of seeing wildlife here, you have a better chance of getting in the water. A lot of people fish here. Yeah. So it's right near the campground too, so it's walkable.
So you can rent these rowboats and row over to the island and hike around and see the falls up close and personal.
Correct, yeah, and that's how everyone wades in the falls and they get much better photographs.
Now, I didn't realize it, and I apologize, but this is a state park. I thought it was just a little trail you walked and saw a waterfall, but this is an actual state park.
It is, yeah. So our park has just under 50,000 acres, and the most popular areas are the upper and lower falls. But there's a lot more to this park. We have about 30 miles of hiking trails, lots of snowmobile trails. There's a lot to explore. People are hunting this time of year, so there's a lot of wilderness north of the falls that people are welcome to go check out.
Well, this totally reminds me of being out west in Colorado or something.
Yeah, and you had no idea that you could get rowed to the island.
Oh, thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
and let me know if you get tired.
Yeah.
Because you see these guns, I can more than handle it.
Once you're on the island, you're literally surrounded by tons of cascading waterfalls. And the natural beauty along the quarter-mile trail around the island is breathtaking.
I had no idea that on this hike you could get so up close and personal with the waterfall. I mean, I can touch the waterfall.
You can touch the waterfall, definitely.
And this rock we're standing on, what is this?
This is a sandstone that's actually quite ancient. It's 500 million year old Precambrian age sandstone. So in some areas you can still see some of the rippling from back when this was kind of a shallow saltwater sea.
Yeah, this is exceptional.
It definitely has a unique smell to it. Here at the falls, at Tahquamenon, you know what gives the water that rusty color is the tannic acid from many of the trees, particularly the hemlock trees. So as these trees are decomposing, they're releasing tannic acid into the water, which gives it that yellowish tint.
So there's not a root beer plant north of here?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
No. Although Lark does say this is where her beer water comes from.
It is pretty, though.
It is, yeah. And it gives it a unique smell also, I think. It's not really gross, but it's definitely unique.
The lower falls is something a lot of people miss entirely, and that's too bad. It really is a beautiful place to be and totally worth the trip. Next, it was time to go visit the granddaddy himself. So with the help of a little TV magic, Teresa and I hiked about 4 miles west to the beautiful upper falls. And I was impressed.
Now, the first thing I'm going to tell people when I get home is the upper falls look so much bigger than it does in pictures.
Yeah, that's always the case when you're here in person. It's much bigger in real life.
How much water is coming off that thing?
Today there's about 4,000 gallons per second coming over the waterfall. So from where we're standing, we're about 100 feet above the river's edge. And the waterfall itself is 50 feet tall, so you're still kind of looking down on the falls from here.
This is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it is pretty big. Definitely the largest waterfall in Michigan and one of the largest east of the Mississippi.
You know what's amazing to me? For only $11, you can get the passport for your license plate and get into any Michigan State Park and see stuff like this.
It is a heck of a deal. The Recreation Passport funds all of our infrastructure here, our maintenance, everything. So it's a great deal for Michigan residents.
I would pay $11 just to see this. Well, I'd even pay $12 to see this.
Ooh, good to know.
Thanks.
There's a plethora of places along the gorge to view the falls. And as we checked them all out, I couldn't help but think this is something your family really needs to see. Next time you're planning a trip, skip the airport and check out Tahquamenon Falls State Park in the UP. It's a tremendous sight to see, but to see it, you gotta get up here.